Welcome all of you. All we are starting the next new chapter. The grammar part has the pronouns. Okay, the pronouns is we commonly saying as the denotes a noun. Okay, so the noun is already we know that this is denotes just an object, the place, or something else. Okay, but the pronouns just denotes these subjects. Okay, this object by using just like these, those, it. Okay, on the way. So we are studying here definitely deeply about the pronouns, what's the pronouns and what's the types of the pronouns, which types are commonly using in English means, and we have commonly using in the writing modes. Okay, so we are here watching and we are trying to classify the different kinds of about six types of the pronouns. Okay, so this is common speaking pronouns in English. So we can let us start. Okay, thank you. Okay, first of all, introduction. Here we are talking a detailed sketch of the pronouns. Okay, that means we are here is not trying to say the definition of the pronouns, and what is the common usage of the pronouns, but we are trying to only the detailed sketch of the pronouns. That means in general, these not cause difficulties for the native English speakers. That means most of the native English speakers may can't use in these kinds of the pronouns in their slang. Okay, the common language. Okay, but the native English speakers also not difficult to using these kinds of the pronouns in their talking. Okay, and the list below is mainly for reference purposes, that we are here sharing about the six kinds of tips, six types of the pronouns. Okay, that will help us how we can use each and every pronouns in their own context. Okay, that's an important. We commonly using the different kinds of the pronouns in another context, but we should know what's the context of the each pronouns and how we can classify the pronouns in just below to their context. Okay, and that is an important in English, because when we use any words, any sentence, we should care about their context. Okay, that is very simple. So we should aware about that. Okay, so let us start about the first classification of these types. Okay, the first types is coming here. Okay, all of you can just take care and mind it each and every classify the classifications of these kinds, and you should note the example also. Okay, okay, first of all, we is hearing the demonstrative pronouns. As you know, the demonstrative pronouns, these pronouns are used to demonstrate or indicate. Okay, demonstrate means indicate. For what? Just like these, that, these, and those. These examples are all demonstrative pronouns. Okay, just we say this is my book. Okay, this means demonstrative pronoun. That means this. Okay, just you look on the sentence. Okay, this is the one of I left in the car. Okay, here is these, that is a pronoun. Okay, in this example, okay, you should not hear this example also. Here we are using the demonstrative indicating. Okay, in this example, the speaker could be indicating to a mobile. Okay, a mobile phone. Okay, for example, in which case the pronoun this replies the words mobile phone. Okay, when we use this is the one of I left in my car, for this is here denoted as the mobile phone. Okay, so this, the word of this here, the denote or the indicating is the instead of the mobile. Okay, so we can use these kinds of the pronouns as a demonstrative pronouns when we using indicating or demonstrating any object. Just like we can use, for example, these, that is my words. These books are my what wealth asset. Okay, and those are my friends. Okay, we can use different kinds of these kinds of the pronouns in our common languages. Okay, then after at last, shall I take those? Okay, we are all commonly used in these kinds of the words, those, and these and that, this. Okay, these kinds of the pronouns as saying as them demonstrative pronouns, that means indicating pronouns. Okay, Okay, second one, the relative pronouns. The relative pronouns are used to add more information to a sentence. That means when we say in a sentence, then after we add these kinds of the relative pronouns for to give more information about that sentence, just like which, that, and who. We just including whom and whose. Okay, and where. These pronouns are all the relative pronouns. For example, we are commonly using which, that, who. Okay, never common sentences. So you should know these kinds of the words are the relative pronouns. Okay, for example, Dr. Ahmad Rafiq. Yes, then we start. Who lectured at the Cambridge, okay, for more than 12 years, should have known the details. The man who, okay, just you look here, the man. Then we, after we using the who for what, the relative, just you connect these the words to after sentence. Okay, so that we can say that the conjunction. Okay, yes, just look on the slides. We are saying the man who fast. So the comet reported in as a UFO. Okay, so just you look here. We say here some kinds of the words which, that, and who, and then we can include the whom and was, and then after were. These all kinds of the words are we are commonly saying as them example of the relative pronoun. Okay, so the relative pronoun is very simple. We just use for the give more information about that sentence. Okay. Okay, the third one, the absolute possessive pronoun. That means we commonly use in these kinds of the words is also just look. These pronouns are show the possession. That means possession means ownership. Okay, unlike the possession pronoun, see above, just you look which are the adjectives to noun. These pronouns sit by themselves. Just look, mine. For example, we are saying that mine and yours, his, hers, ours, and theirs. These kinds of the words are absolutely possessive pronouns. For example, just you look, the tickets are as good as ours. Okay, these tickets, that means the whole of these tickets are ours. And shall we take yours or theirs? Okay, we commonly say, and we can use another words as also. This mobile belong to mine. Okay, this is mine, this is mine, we commonly using. Okay, and we use these books is her, his books and yours books and hers books and ours books. These kinds of the words we commonly using in our sentences. So you should know these kinds of words, that mine, yours, his, hers, ours, and theirs. These kinds of the words saying for what, for example of the absolute possessive pronouns. For example, these kinds of the words we are commonly using in our sentences, so you should not. These kinds of the pronouns are saying as the absolute possessive. Okay, absolute possessive pronouns. Okay, yeah, very simply we are commonly using these kinds of the pronouns. We are saying only here the classification of the pronouns. Okay, we are commonly discussing demonstrative pronouns and relative pronouns, and then after we now discuss about the absolute possessive pronoun. Okay. Okay, fourth one, the reciprocal pronouns. Yes, we already know the what is the meaning and what is the main content of the reciprocal pronouns. We are commonly used in the mathematical, the reciprocal on the fraction numbers. Okay, you know that when we use multiply the these kinds of the fraction numbers. Okay, we commonly use. Sorry, when we divide any fractions numbers, we commonly using the reciprocal system. Okay, so here just you look, the reciprocal pronoun means the reciprocal pronouns are used for the actions or feelings that are the reciprocated. That means the two most common reciprocal pronouns are each other and each, sorry, and another, sorry, one another. Okay, we commonly using the each other and one another. Okay, we commonly use in our sentences each other and one another. Okay, just you look the example, they like one another. Okay, they like one another, and then we cannot know what's the one another. Okay, yes, one another is the reciprocal pronoun. And just a second example, they talk to each other like they are babies. Okay, so we can commonly using these kinds of the words one another and each other. Okay, each another, and these kinds of the words commonly saying as the example for the reciprocal pronouns. Okay, in opposite. Okay, just you look one another, we just not here is one another, that means someone else. Okay, and each other, we can using this each other. Okay, so we are commonly using these kinds of the someone else and elsewhere and else one. Okay, we are commonly using these kinds of the pronouns. These pronouns are example of the reciprocal pronoun. Okay. Okay, fifth one, the reflexive pronoun. That means reflexive pronouns end in self or selves. Okay, these kinds of the pronouns just end with the self or selves and refers to another noun or the pronoun. How is it in a sentence? Usually, the subject of the sentence. Just you look. The reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. These kinds of the reflexive, then we use them for the reflexive. Yourself. Okay, just you look. You see in a mirror yourself. Okay, that's yourself. That's a reflexive pronoun. Okay, for example, the dog bites itself. Okay, the dog bites itself. Okay, in this example, the intensive pronouns itself refers to back to the noun of the dog. Okay, how we can use I read the book itself. Okay, I read the book itself. And we use in Arabic grammar تأكيد. Okay, بنفسي بعين. Okay, these kinds of the words is commonly used in English also, the reflexive pronouns. Okay, and the next example, are you talking to yourself? Okay, we are commonly using saying, what are you talking? Are you talking yourself? Talking yourself. You think yourself. Okay, think yourself. You commonly using these kinds of the reflexive pronouns in our common language. Okay, so these kinds of pronouns as example of the reflexive pronouns. Okay. Okay, and final most and last, intensive and emphatic pronouns. That means intensive pronouns is sometimes called emphatic pronouns. That means it refers to back to another noun. How is it? Or the pronouns in the sentence to emphasize. For example, to emphasize that it is the things carrying out of the action. Just you look, for example, we can say that's very correctly. The John bakes all the bread itself. Okay, himself. In this example, the intensive pronouns himself refers to back to the noun John. Okay, these kinds of the intensive we say in another times. Okay, in our Arabic grammar also for the kid. Okay, another times binafsi. Okay, this is also used for the empathic and the intensive. Okay, the John bakes all the bread himself. Okay, the John, we just say use the himself for denote the John. Okay, for the stress him. Okay, stress him. Okay, then the second example, just you look, the cat opened the door itself. Okay, itself. Okay, here the intensive and the emphatic pronouns we are commonly using for what? Intensive pronoun. Okay, for intensive means to stress. Okay, just you can simply we can say we just refer back to another noun or the pronoun itself. Okay, in the sentence to emphasize. Okay, this is also commonly using in our common sentences. Okay, okay, finally we are here discussing about the six kinds of the pronouns. The first one was the demonstrative pronouns, and second one latives, and third absolutive pronouns, and absolute possessing pronouns, and reciprocal, and lative, and intensive, and emphasis pronouns. Okay. Okay, these all kinds of the pronouns are just we are commonly used in our daily life talking. Okay, you should mind it, and you just try to practicalize you and talking and writing where you can't. Okay, thank you all of you. Thank you very much.